Okay, work together, 3, 2. Click here to view the instructions. We're going to use the solution from Working Together 3.1. A cash payments journal, page 15, and general journal, page 17 are provided for us. Number 1, we need to calculate departmental payroll taxes for the pay period ended July 4th. No employees have earned more than the Social Security tax base. Unemployment taxes are due on the following earnings for this period. Carpet and tile are given. And then we need to journalize the following transactions for July. So we have 5 transactions there. Okay, so I'm going to have my book open for those directions and for those transactions. It does give us a little note here. A small rounding difference exists between the total Social Security and Medicare tax amounts and the payroll register work together is 3.1. The allocation of that tax to the departments in the schedule of department payroll taxes above. Such differences are normal when total amounts are allocated to departments. Check figures have been added to help with rounding differences. Also, it says enter amounts as shown in text, journalizing payment of a payroll, page 76. Add 1 cent to the tile department for rounding for the total to agree with the check figures for the payroll register and work together 3.1. And then one more note. If the answer is 0, enter 0 instead of leaving the cell blank. So first thing that we're going to do is we need to calculate the different taxes. So close that. Okay, so I don't really like how they do this, but they don't actually give us the payroll register from the Work Together 3.1, so we actually have to go back and look at what we did in 3.1. So you would have to open that. I'm just going to give you those numbers, but just so you know, when you're doing the on your own, you're going to have to look at those numbers from the 3.1 on your own. Okay, if you want, you can print those out. That might help you too. Okay, so my Social Security earnings. I'm looking at my payroll register and I have my departments totaled up. So my carpet total is going to be $2,913.71. My tile is going to be $3,763.76. And my administrative earnings is $1,760. And that gives me a total earnings of $8,437.47. Okay, so now to figure out my Social Security, I'm going to simply take for each department. So carpet is first, $2,913.71. Times Social Security is 6.2%. That's going to give me for Social Security $180.65. Okay, do the same thing for my tile. That's going to be 233 point. This one's going to be 36. And that's here it says add 1 cent to the tile department for rounding for the total to agree with the checks. So this is where I got that extra cent because when we figure it out, it should be 35. So pay attention to that if they give that to you. All right, and last one for administrative is going to be 109.12. Okay, I'm going to add those 3 together, which should equal this 523.13, and this is where that check is. This is making sure that we're right. Okay, Medicare. This time I'm going to take my earnings times Medicare is 1.45%. So 42.25. Tile Medicare is going to be 54.58. Remember, add a cent. And then administrative is going to be 25.52. Okay, I'm going to add all three of those together, and those should equal 122.35. Okay, next I'm going to be looking at my FUTA earnings. Okay, for the FUTA earnings, we're actually going to have to look into our directions, and when we look at number 1, it tells us that no employees have earned more than the straight tax base. We already figured those out. But it does say unemployment taxes are due on the following earnings for this pay period. So it says carpet is 1,330. That is our FUTA earnings then. And then it says tile is $1,851.42. That's going to be tile for our FUTA earnings. And then it doesn't give anything for administrative, so those are the only two. I'm going to just put a 0 in there. I think it'll get, well, we'll leave it. Okay, so we're going to then add those two numbers together to get our total FUTA earnings. Okay, so we have $3,181.42. Now we need to figure out our federal unemployment, so we're going to take our FUTA earnings times our federal unemployment of 0.6%. That means we get $7.98. We'll do the same thing for tile. Okay, tile then is going to be 11.11. Oops, what did I do there? 11.11. There we go. Okay, administrative is simply 0. We're going to add those two together. And we should get 19.09. State unemployment, we'll take the FUTA earnings times 5.4%. Okay, same thing for tile. We'll get 99.98. 0. Add those two together. 171.8. And then the last thing there, we'll figure out our total payroll taxes. So we need to add up our payroll taxes. Don't add in your earnings. Make sure that you're adding just your taxes. So Social Security plus Medicare plus federal unemployment plus state unemployment. Okay, I should get $302.70. Do the same thing for tile. Social Security plus Medicare plus federal unemployment plus state unemployment. Should get $399.03. Administrative, we just have Social Security and Medicare. So 134.64. Okay, and this one we can add both ways. We could do total Social Security, Medicare, federal unemployment, state unemployment, or we could add it this way. Either way, we should get the same answer. It might be a good way for you to add both of those up to check your answer. And here we should get a total of 836.37. Okay, so that is our top one. And then we need to fill in our transactions. So our first transaction is on July 7th. We paid the July 3rd payroll, check number 568. So we are paying payroll. That tells us that we're going to go into our cash payments journal. So I need to find my cash payments journal. The date is July 7th. Okay, when I'm paying payroll, I'm going to credit cash. I'm going to debit my expenses, and I'm going to credit my payable accounts. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my cash credit again, or first. This I need to go back to my 3-1 work together again. I need to look at my payroll register, and I'm going to look at my total net pay. My total net pay is $6,003.12. That's how much I'm writing the check for. That's how much I'm paying cash for. Okay? Then I'm going to break it up by department, and that's what I'm going to debit. So I'm going to debit salary, expense, carpet, check 568. I'm going to debit that for $2,913.71. Then salary, expense, tile, I'm going to debit for $3,763.76. And then the last one, debit, is salary, expense, administrative. And that's going to be a debit of $1,760. Okay, my debits and credits do not equal because I do need to put in my credits to my taxes. So I'm going to start with my employee income tax federal. And I'm going to credit that account for $597. Okay, then I have my employee income tax payable state. That's going to be a credit of $421.87. Social Security, that's going to be a credit of $523.13. Oops. Next is my Medicare tax payable. That will be a credit of $122.35. Then I'll have medical insurance payable. That will be a credit of $390. And last one here is going to be my retirement plan payable, and that will be a credit of $380. And now when I add up my debits and credits, now those should equal. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save here for right now, and then this will be the part 1 video. You can then go on to the part 2 video for the next transactions.